Hello and welcome to the weekend edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani Saint-Jean. Thank you for joining us. In this broadcast, we will bring you reflections of a few government ministers on the achievement of 2013 and the commitments of 2014. Stay with us.
If you can believe this,
come by my house and let me show you some movies.
Why can't you believe this? Some mothers don't believe their own children when they say they've been sexually abused, and they don't report it. Remember, if anyone asks to see or touch their private parts, touches them inappropriately, shows them or forces them to touch one's private parts, has sex with them, shows them pornographic material, or deliberately lets them hear or see the act of sex, then it is sexual abuse. Believe your child and report the sexual abuse. For more information about child abuse, contact these agencies.
Welcome back. Parliamentary representatives and ministers of government used their annual Christmas messages to reflect on noteworthy accomplishments of the year while pointing Dominicans ahead to more of the same in the coming year. Recorded at GIS Studios in the days preceding December 25th, we now bring you selected excerpts from those addresses, beginning with Honorable Ambrose George. Honorable George is Minister for Information, Telecommunication and Constituency Empowerment, as well as Member of Parliament for Roseau South constituency. One highlight of his message was the improvement of the standard of life of Dominicans nationally. The minister listed several of the initiatives which has contributed to that improvement.
We speak of the very important Yes We Care program, the universal preschool to secondary school education achievements, our thrust in geothermal energy, the return of the Carnival cruise lines, the construction of the new State College and the new State House complex, the housing revolution with the added feature of the construction of the apartment buildings in Bath Estate and Emsall, the drastic improvement of our road network, the launching of the National Employment Program, the procurement of very essential pieces of equipment for the Princess Margaret Hospital, the advancement in our telecommunications and ICT sectors, the construction of the abattoir, the construction of the coffee processing plant, and the establishment of the Chinese Agricultural Mission at 1 Mile, Portsmouth, the commissioning of the YT Kubuli Trail, the construction of the Moroccan Resort and Spa Hotel, the rehabilitation and preservation works at the Cabrits, and a very successful Independence and World Creole Music Festival season, to name a few.
In specific constituencies, marked and numerous improvements were reported and promised for the upcoming year, beginning with ongoing and successfully completed undertakings in the Grand Bay constituency. Honorable Justina Charles, parliamentary representative for that area, compiled a comprehensive list.
Let us thank God for His financial provision to our country that has brought improvements to road network within the Grand Bay constituency, improvement in housing condition to a number of our constituents, assistance to education to include university scholarships, healthcare financing both local and overseas, small business support, employment through the National Employment Program and other social programs.
The Lale Road in Grand Bay was also noted as an ongoing project. In the Grand Fork constituency, led by Parliamentary Representative Honorable Ivor Stevenson, the list goes on and on.
Housing assistance for the needy. Education assistance at all levels, including preschool, primary, secondary, and tertiary levels. Commencement of ongoing works on the BNTF-funded grant for water supply to include a new intake, supply line from the intake to the storage tank, and the construction of one 60,000 storage tank. Road rehabilitation continues on the Grand Fork Main Road and sections of Vava and Tukabwit. Continued works on Grand Fork playing field, including an access road to the new playing field to improve access to the homes of residents of Lodboa. Road rehabilitation work continues at River Street, namely Mushipe to Frayal Farm Access Road. Rehabilitation of sections of Montfrigad Road, 600 feet of road. Improvements to the BNTF-funded community center at River Street. Continuation of the Yes We Care program, which saw an increase in the number of beneficiaries.
A street lighting drive has facilitated the erection of a number of light posts in that constituency, and the list continues.
In Monjon, rehabilitation of 1,300 feet of road from Four Corners to the Monjon playing field. In River Sirik, the continued rehabilitation of road from the health center to Tayam. Commencement of the BNTF funded project from Dam Road to River Sirik Main Road. Rehabilitation of farm access road from Montfrigad to Fuel funded by the Banana accompanying measures. The provision of housing lots to applicants in the Plat area. And in Grand Fork, the completion of the Grand Fork playing field. The laying of new distribution lines for the Grand Fork water supply. Continued rehabilitation of road in the Vava area. Rehabilitation of the Tigouafan Découvert farm access road funded by the Banana accompanying measures.
The outlook for the Grand Fork constituency is filled with more hard work in a number of sectors.
This Labour Party government is committed towards the general welfare of the citizens of Dominica. And as your parliamentary representative, I will carry out this mandate with due diligence, with your support, and ensure that health, education, agriculture, tourism, welfare, housing, and other essential services are given adequate attention so as to improve the quality of life of my dear constituents.
The Housing Assistance Program will persist in all communities of the area. Work on the Petit Soufriere Rosalie Link Road will continue, and arrangements will be made for the sale of lots at Newfoundland. In the Petit Savane constituency, Honorable Kenneth Daru, Member of Parliament for the area, is proud of what has been accomplished.
We have seen an improvement in our road access, and roadworks have started, which will continue in the new year. And I'm sure this is a welcome relief for the road users. We have also witnessed the near completion of the first ever Petit Savane playing field and associated roadworks. Here we've spent almost $500,000 to date in attempt to create a suitable playing facility for the young and old alike of the Petit Savane community. Our housing repair program has continued, and a number of residents and communities can now boast of new and improved housing conditions.
Community and farm roads in that constituency have also received necessary attention during 2013. He indicates that attention will be intensified in 2014. Furthermore, constituents have seen under his leadership an upgraded water supply and the sale of lots at reduced rates.
We have also seen the improvement of the Oster Feeder Road in the Pishna area, which has improved access to the holdings of dozens of farmers who cultivate in that part of the constituency. A few village roads have been constructed or improved, and we look forward to a more aggressive road construction repair drive in the new year. We have also witnessed the improvement and operations of the Kadwa water supply, which has seen a tremendous improvement in the provision of fresh, potable water to users in the Bagatelle-Fosaja area. As the demand for land for housing, especially amongst young people, increases, your parliamentary representative has responded accordingly by making housing lots available to the residents of the Belleville-Chopin, Pichelin, and Dubic communities at extremely bargain prices. In the case of Dubic, 18 lots were made available at the incredulous price of 25 cents per square foot, and a number of young people from the community can now boast of owning their own piece of land.
Honorable Daru is also proud of his, quote, impeccable record in community development initiatives and securing education opportunities for young constituents. According to Honorable Daru, those projects are a source of inspiration, pushing him and constituents to hope for additional successes in ongoing and upcoming projects.
We have recently seen the commencement of the almost $500,000 bridge roadworks project in the community of Pishneh. We have motorable access to the Pishneh Health Center, Roman Catholic Church, Community Center, Village Council Office, basketball court is being addressed. Now this project is noteworthy because this project has been spoken about for decades now, and it brings great joy to my heart as Member of Parliament to see it finally getting off the ground under my stewardship. Under the World Bank Climate Change Project, funds have been all but secured to address the infamous DB Cliff in respect of its stabilization and of course associated improvement in roadworks. In addition, under this very important and exciting new project, we will see development of storm drains in various communities within the constituency, especially in the villages of Bagatelle and Fonseja and Fab area. This should go a long way into addressing the issue of seasonal waterways and the risk they pose to lives and property. Also, discussions are at a very advanced stage with our Japanese friends into the construction of a brand new fisheries complex facility in the Stowe area.
The outlook for 2014 in the Petit Savan constituency includes the introduction of government's sanitation program to construct proper bathrooms for families. To his constituents, Honorable Daru had words of humble and grateful assurance.
At the constituency level, 4 years as your parliamentary representative has not been without its challenges. I dare say it has been a challenging year. In fact, there have been 4 challenging years, to say the least. Trying my utmost to meet the expectations of the vast majority of residents who placed their confidence in me at the December 18, 2009 polls. And I say challenging because I know the needs have been many and the expectations have been high. And not always being able to fulfill those needs and meet those expectations sometimes leave me with such a sense of disappointment and a void that only a politician can understand. And many a times, things don't work out as planned. But my dearest constituents, I rest assured and take comfort in the fact that I have tried my very best under very daunting circumstances. And I'm confident that I have been able to touch a few lives and make a few differences in my tenure so far. And would like to assure you that I will continue relentlessly to bring development to the constituency which I represent in Parliament.
He asked that the constituents remember the accomplishments while looking ahead to other developments. In his capacity as Minister for the Environment, Natural Resources, Physical Planning and Fisheries, Honorable Daru reported favorably that several pieces of legislation are in draft stages and will soon be tabled at Parliament. Those include fisheries, environment and quarrying regulations. The minister told nationals to look out for the establishment of a project management unit to run the affairs of government's renowned strategic program for climate resilience, which has received commitments of funding from the World Bank. Further east in the Castlebrooks constituency, Honorable Johnson Drygo feels that his constituents are doing their share to build their nation. With a number of students abroad, booming employment and the national recognition of one young man as a professional contractor, it's no wonder Honorable Drygo reports constituency satisfaction.
We are satisfied that the Castlebrooks constituency will incrementally continue to provide its share of the talent and skill this rapidly transforming country called Dominica is going to need as this government maintains its trajectory of growth in renewable energy, the tourism sector, information technology, agriculture, manufacturing, infrastructural development, and most importantly, the health of its people.
In his own list of noteworthy accomplishments, the Sansove Road and Bridge and the Jalousie Road rehabilitation topped the list.
Priority was also given to a retaining wall at Sansove and a box culvert at Good Hope ensuring that the people of Lawi-Sikwi will not be cut out of Good Hope due to heavy rain. This project cost some $400,000. The famous Casabus River, which has been affecting our farmers, destroying crops and farm animals, and most importantly, flooding the main route to the communities in the Sansove area, had to be dealt with. This resulted in a major dredging project, again costing over $250,000. We are very pleased with the progress on the Jalousie Road. This project will continue in 2014.
Work is also ongoing on the Upper Dipper Road. Government's multifaceted National Employment Program, which was officially launched earlier this month, is a source of encouragement to the government official. A community tourism initiative is one of the aspects of the National Employment Program. This allows for young people to source soft loans towards tourism-based ventures in their communities. Honorable Drago describes the effects as heartening.
Today we see the completion and operation of 2 facilities in the Casabus area. These facilities will continue to benefit from government robust marketing approach. Government National Employment Program is a major success story. In 2014, several community-based initiatives will come into focus in the constituency. Several skill projects will be piloted in electrical wiring, small appliance repair, sewing, catering, to name a few. Let us continue to support this initiative by this government.
In housing in the Casabus constituency, an estimated $350,000 has been spent in assistance just for 2013. The outlook for the area is productive. Honorable Drago sees a busy year with government's sanitation program expending at least $200,000 in his constituency. 2 major projects will also come on stream in the new year. One, a $42.7 million disaster risk mitigation venture.
The Casabus constituency is firmly supportive of the government decision to enter into an agreement with the World Bank, which will result in tremendous disaster mitigation initiatives in 2014. We will see, of course, the Pokase to Casabus Junction, some $7.4 million being spent. Casabus Junction to Casabus Village, $7.3 million. Casabus to Pidi Soufriere, $13 million. Casabus to Hatton Garden, $15 million. Totaling some $42.7 million. We are confident that this initiative will provide jobs for hundreds in the Casabus and Carib Territory constituencies.
The order targeted at the Sansove constituency.
Early in 2014, we will see the commencement of a major housing project and sporting facility at Sansove, costing over $1 million. This will provide employment for a number of contractors and villagers in the Pidi Soufriere Sansove Good Hope area.
From his constituents, Honorable Drago wants a redoubling of nation-building efforts. Nationally, the outlook for the island nation of Dominica is optimistic. Honorable Johnson Drago, for one, called attention to 2010 country poverty assessment submitted to the Caribbean Development Bank, which shows a decline in Dominica's poverty level. Honorable Drago says this decline is not accidental but purely strategic based on the performance of the Labour Party government. Honorable Ian Douglas, parliamentary representative for the Portsmouth constituency and the Minister for Tourism and Legal Affairs, says residents can count on government's reliability to continue.
As a government, we continue to manage our economy prudently and sensibly so as to ensure that we are well placed to benefit from the global recovery as it slowly occurs from the worst recession in living memory. Our government will keep working hard to create jobs and growth within all sectors.
From these reflections, it can be summarized that throughout 2013, gains have in fact been realized, and the hope is that those gains will be built upon in 2014. And that's news. Coming up next, the tip of the day.
Do you have uncovered water storage drums around your home? Do you dispose of old tires, cans and old containers capable of holding water anywhere in your environment? Are you being bitten by mosquitoes, particularly at dusk and early morning? Do you keep houseplants in water? Do you spend your hard-earned cash to control mosquitoes? Has your community experienced dengue fever outbreaks? If your answer is yes to at least 3 questions above, you are at risk to dengue fever. Join the fight against dengue fever. The responsibility for a dengue-free Dominica lies with you. So, get rid of the Aedes aegypti mosquito.
Very soon we will be welcoming 2014. A new year is always a great time to start fresh. It's also a time to reflect on the old year. What was your New Year's resolution for 2013? How well did you do to keep these commitments to yourself? Now is a good time to take stock of your failures and accomplishments before making plans for 2014. If you did not remain on track in 2013, don't be discouraged. It may not be easy, but it is possible to make resolutions that stick. For 2014, set yourself up for success. Set specific, realistic goals and make a plan to help yourself achieve them. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Friend us on our Facebook page and be sure to like our GIS Dominica fan page. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Kimani. Thank you so much for watching.